Good morning, little peoples and squibblets and deblets. We're going to tune in this morning, put some more of that positive energy in the air like we always do. Not only are we going to put some positive energy in the air, but we're going to keep the scenario going and the content going from last night. Because like I said, everybody wasn't woke last night. I got a lot of followers that live on different places of the world and different parts of the world. So everybody not woke at the same time. Everybody not up at the same time. Like, I think I got one of the most diverse followings in the entire world. So for all the people that was asleep last night, they ain't gonna backtrack. We're gonna keep it going for y'all. First and most foremost, big shouts out to y'all. Everybody make some noise for yourself. Be lucky you woke up this morning. Be happy that you woke up this morning. Some of y'all should be sad that y'all woke up, because in all actuality, y'all ain't gonna do nothing today. Feel me? Niggas gonna sit online all day, watch everybody else. So big ups to some of the sheep that live in this world. The world needs sheep. Shouts out to some of y'all. But bigger than that, so a few things I want to capitalize on. First and most foremost, J. Cole project is an overall solid project. It's an overall solid project, like just solid. Right? It's like a rock. Right? And rocks can be useful depending on how you look at them. Right? You can look at a rock and walk by and like, oh, it's just a rock. Or you can use that rock in a slingshot and shoot somebody and hurt them. Or you can paint the rock and sell it on eBay. A painted rock. There's a lot of ways you can look at that scenario. A lot. So I went through a lot of hold on, let me sit this down real quick. I went through a lot of reviews about the album, and crazy part, let me get warm up first. The crazy part is, when I first heard the album last night, these type of albums, since they not super flashy and they're not super catchy, it's almost like you gotta listen again just so you can taste it. You feel me? Because we live in an era where everything gotta be super candy off the grip, like off the rip, like everything gotta be, oh, this is sweet candy, and then you figure out what they're saying. So you gotta kind of listen to J. Cole album in reverse. You gotta kind of listen to it and tell yourself, this is not going to be super sweet off the gate, right? Let me show you these workouts I do. These are workouts I do. This is called a fire on a nigga. Nigga, throw your shit up, nigga. Throw your shit up. This is how niggas in Cali work on their hands, my nigga. Niggas in Cali don't go to the gym and lift weights. Nigga, we come to the gym and work on our hands. Nigga, fuck you talk about lift weights. Nigga, crazy. Nigga, shut up, nigga. Nigga. Hold on. You know we gotta pull our pants up hard, cause sometimes it be hard to pull our pants up. So we gotta work on pulling our pants up, nigga. Nigga. Talk about this. Nigga. What you talking about, nigga? Fuck you talking about. Whew. Let me see. Nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Feel me? That's one rep. But no, so this J. Cole album, hear me out. You gotta listen to this shit with a different type of ear, right? You can't never just listen to this shit with the regular ear. You feel me? You can't just listen to this shit from the perspective of, hey, this gonna sound like Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Hey, this gonna sound like I fucking your bitch, I fucking your bitch. No, you can't listen to it with that type of ear. You gotta listen to this album with a completely different type of ear. And you gotta digest it a different way. Hey, what's your problem? My nigga, you gonna disrespect me like that? Fuck is you, nigga? Fuck you saying, nigga? Fuck you saying, nigga? Fuck you saying, nigga? Whew. Yo, you know what's crazy? You gotta really go to the gym and try this, my nigga. This shit really have all of this shit crazy. When you go to the gym and you really try this workout, this called the hood nigga workout, dog. Cause you gotta think, right? See I'm working with the 80s on there, right? There's two 80s on there. But think about it, right? When I take the 80s off, look, nigga, what you talking about, nigga? See, you get what you see how fast that is? You see how fast that is, right? Nigga, what you talking about, nigga? It's because I work on that. Nigga, you don't want to be slow. Nigga, what you talking about? Nigga, throw your shit up, nigga. No, nigga, you gotta be able to pull your pants up fast. Nigga, what you talking about, nigga? Fuck you talking about, nigga? Throw them. Work on that. Feel me? Look, so you start like this. Let me show you how you start. You start like this. You pull your pants up. Look, mama, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga? Fuck you talking about, nigga? Throw them, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga? Nigga, fuck you talking about, nigga? Nigga. Gotta work on that. Look, nigga, brolic out here off that. Nigga, what you talking about, nigga? No, for real, like y'all niggas think I'm playing. You gotta work on that. That shit had you right, nigga. I'm tired. But no, it's a real shit, right? Like I said, y'all gotta listen to this J. Cole album from a different perspective, right? So when I first heard it last night, I ain't gonna lie, right? I heard a few songs and I just kept skimming through it. I'm pretty sure y'all did the same thing, right? You heard a few songs, a few things didn't really sound too good to the ear. So you just was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go to the next song and see if I like this one a little more. And that's what I did, right? I heard it, went to the next song. Like half of the songs I didn't get through the whole track, right? Right? Half of the songs that I didn't even get through the whole track. I didn't. Because my mind has been programmed and our mind has been programmed to like candy. So when we get these home cooked meals, like we don't really want them. Right? Even us conscious niggas, right? Even us niggas that actually get it. Nigga, we still want to hear nigga, fucking your bitch. Yo, fucking your bitch. Yo, hey, yo. You feel me? So even us conscious niggas, we don't want to hear it. So we had to reprogram ourselves. So like I said, I had to listen to it again this morning. And I went on there, I listened to the whole thing again this morning. And I told myself, I'm not going to skip no tracks, even the tracks I don't like sonically, right? Like if I don't like the song and it's not very pleasing to my ear, I'm just going to listen to it anyway. And that's what I did. I put the whole project on and I listened to it over from the beginning. I didn't skip not one song. I put the headphones on and I listened to it from the beginning all the way to the end. And after listening to it from the beginning all the way to the end, I came to a final conclusion. And I'm going to tell y'all my conclusion of what I came to. But before I get to my conclusion, what do y'all rate this album? I want to know, what do y'all rate this album? Because I have my own rating for the project. So I want to know, what do y'all rate it? What's y'all ratings? Like, let's go 1 through 10. What do y'all rate this album, 1 through 10? Yeah, what do y'all rate J. Cole's album, 1 through 10? Right? So me, this is just my opinion, right? I honestly give this album a 4. I give this album a rating 4. 4 out of 10. Right? 4. And I'm going to explain to you why I give the album a 4. 4 out of 10. I see a lot of people saying that the messages was good, but what are we talking about now? The messages are not good. The messages are something that we already all know. Hey kids, don't do drugs. Whoop-de-doo. We learned that in school with the DARE program. The messages are all okay. Right? That's cool, but we know these things already. Everyone know these things already. Everyone knows. Okay, kids, don't do drugs. Okay, kids, that's cool. Everyone knows that. It's not like y'all heard something that y'all never heard before. Right? It's not like we haven't heard this message before. Right? We've all heard it. We see it every day. So my thing is this, right? My thing is, I feel when you at the top of the game like that, when I feel you at the top of rap like that, you're supposed to do something monumental, right? I feel when you're at the game, when you're at the top, of the game like that, you most definitely must be willing to make sacrifice, right? J. Cole, you don't do features, which is a good thing. You work by yourself. You get all of these fucking platinum plaques without the Grammys and all that shit. That's cool. That means you play under your own program and you not being pushed by the machine. So if you not being pushed by the machine, then it's time for you to fucking fight the machine. Right? It's time. No, don't attack the rappers. We're not supposed to attack the rappers, and we're not supposed to attack the youth. How about you attack the machine? Right? Attack the pharmaceutical companies. Attack the people that creates the drugs. Attack CVS pharmacy. Attack the drug makers. Attack the people that sell drugs in the random store. Attack those people. Right? Or how about we don't attack people anyway? Right? My thing is this. You say you don't want features, there's people that I believe you should be working with. You should most definitely be working with Absol. You should most definitely be working with Dizzy Wright. You should most definitely be working with David Banner. You should most definitely be working with Common. You should most definitely be working with Tech Nine. Kendrick Lamar is most definitely, like, these people are conscious rappers that is pushing the extreme message, and it would be amazing to see all of y'all guys together. It's not a good thing that you're not doing features. Actually, that's like saying fuck niggas. Like, no, dog, it's people who need to be together. Joey Badass should be on the project. Joey nigga, if you wanted, like, let's be honest, like, you should have put Joey on the album. You should have put you should put Absol on the album. You should have put Joey on the album. You should have put David Banner on the album. You should have put Nas on the album. You should have put Damian Marley on the album. You should have put a lot of people on the album, and you should have said, fuck the industry, not the trash rappers, not the whack ass rappers. Fuck them niggas. Them niggas gonna always be whack. But if you would have put the right niggas on the album and said, fuck the machine, not kids on drugs. We need to talk about the machine. Fuck the machine. The kids are only going to do what the machine tell them. So don't talk about the kids. Fuck the machines. And truthfully be told, if you want to really make a difference, you're going to need help. If you really want to make a difference in this world, you're going to need help. Niggas going to have to come together like fucking Captain Planet. You're going to have J. Cool, Hobson, Dizzy Wright, Absol, David Banner. Our powers combined, we give you Captain Hip Hop. He's our hero. Gonna take mumble rap down to zero. Where's the fighter? Drive them all when it's at my apartment. Double dumper. Let's be honest, right? Let's be honest, right? Look, I'm keeping it a bean, dog. I'm keeping it all the way a bean, dog. It's not good that you're not doing features. That's not something to be proud about. It's rappers out here that you should be working with. There's a lot of rappers out here that should be working with, like literally. Right? My thing is this. I learned something about life. You can't point the finger at the youth and tell them what they should do. You most definitely just should provide them with information. So what I'm saying is this, right? I'm on some whole other shit, dog. I'm on some spiritual chakra aligning shit. Like, people need to meditate. People need to drink alkaline water. People need to watch their diet. Like, I'm on some whole other shit inside of life. I'm on some, like, we need to stop talking and start connecting mentally, right? I'm on some whole other body language shit. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, when you at the top of the game, you supposed to most definitely give these type of jewels to the world, dog. So when I say that I give the album a 4, I give it a 4 because it's not things that we didn't hear before. It's not nothing that we don't know already. Right? There's a few songs that I like. I like Once an Addict, that's the name of it. I like the last track. I like a few songs on there. But what I'm saying is this, right? Us as a collective, this just goes to people in general. We're going through a consciousness change right now. Everybody in the world is going through a consciousness change. Everybody. There's a lot of people out here that's on some whole other astro metaphysical shit. Like, you got black people, you got people out here learning how to make fucking nigga the car from Back to the Future, dog. I be getting on the internet and I'm seeing people fucking figuring out proton electric, people figuring out all type of shit. The thing is, the general public consciousness has surpassed the simple fact of talking about drugs and regular shit like that. Like, people, we're on some other shit. Like, this goes to as a collective. Like, man, I got people walking up to me asking me about chakra alignment and meditations, all type of shit. Like, people just on some other stuff right now. And that goes to black, whites, Mexicans, whatever. But just as a collective, people are on some whole other shit right now. Right? And the way we gonna fix the world, one thing you gotta understand about life is everything is mental manifestation. If you keep talking about the problem, more people are gonna witness the problem and gonna test it out. It's the diner theory. I keep telling y'all about the diner theory. Dog, if you in the diner room and someone walks up to you and says, hey, you want anything? Actually, I'll give you a back rub and all that before you eat. I'll do it on the house. Actually, you don't have to pay for anything. You know what I mean? Then if a person does that, you know what you're going to do? You're going to eat your food. You're going to go home and you're going to be like, yo, that was a dope restaurant. If you come in there and somebody spit in your plate, dump hairs in your food and all that shit, then what you gonna do? You're gonna run around the world and tell everybody you know, hey, don't go to that restaurant. They spit in your food. Hey, don't go to that restaurant. You gonna literally turn into a promotion card. Cause you're going to text everybody in your phone about the restaurant. You're going to text everybody. Then the message is going to get lost in the sauce. We know the story. When you tell 10 people something, about time the end of the message, nigga, it's going to be a whole nother message. So the message start off, hey, don't go to that restaurant. They spit in your food and there's hair in your food. Then they go, yo, hey, don't go to that restaurant. Yo, this girl's over there with long hair. How the hair get in the food? This girl, a bunch of girls that got long hair. Boom. Then before you know it, nigga, they're met by the 10th person who got the message. They go, yo, it's a restaurant where the girls let you spit on them, man. They got long hair, nigga. We should go. Then before you know it, nigga, the next generation is all there. So what I'm saying is the best way to avoid the problem is not talk about it. Don't even mention it. Just not talk about it. And then pump the kids with something else they can think about. That's it. You got to fill the kids with something. You got to fill their minds with something else they could think about. So my thing is this, right? Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that other shit. Fuck all of that other shit. Fuck all of that. Like, you can't bash these niggas. I learned something. When you bash the youth, dog, the youth only gonna go against you. You got to think, this shit ain't about the future. It ain't about old niggas. This is about the kids. And the kids are going to create the next wave to the next generation, right? If you really want kids to stop doing drugs, you would have got some of these mumble rap niggas on your album. You would have got all, nigga, if you want these niggas, look, it's about fighting fire with fire. If you're going to fight the fire, then fight the fire with the fire, right? Nigga, you should have got Lil Uzi on the first track. On the I don't like doing drugs on the way, yeah. I don't like doing drugs on the way, yeah. Yeah. I don't like doing drugs anymore, yeah. I don't like doing drugs anymore, yeah. I'm not sober, yeah. Nigga, I'm sober, yeah. Nigga, I'm sober, yeah. Nigga, if you really want to do it, that's what you should have did. That would have worked. That would have worked. J. Cole featuring Lil Uzi, nigga, I'm sober. Nigga, I'm sober. Yo, nigga, I'm sober. Yo, I don't like doing drugs anymore. Yo, I don't like doing drugs. Nigga, I'm sober. Yo, nigga, I'm sober. Yo. Would that would have worked? True or false? Would that would have worked? Then J. Cole performs the song with Lil Uzi. Now you got to think, bunch of I don't like doing drugs anymore. Hey, I don't like doing drugs anymore. Hey, nigga, I'm sober. Hey, nigga, I'm sober. Hey, nigga, I'm sober. Hey, nigga, that shit be lit, dog. Imagine the whole fucking stadium singing that shit. That should be lit. That should be dummy lit. It'd be lit. It'd be lit to have a fucking whole, dog, if you gonna fight the monsters, you gotta use them. You gotta use them. You gotta use these niggas, dog. You can't fight them, you gotta use them. When you point the finger at these niggas, they gonna get stronger. And then they gonna fight against you. You point the finger at these niggas and try to kick them down, they gonna fight against you. What you gotta understand is the industry pumping all of these niggas because they want them to be stronger. So when you kick them, they gonna get stronger, dog. Man, you gotta work with these niggas. You gotta fight fire with fire. Use all of these niggas, man. If you want to get the message across to the youth, nigga, you should have had every mumble rapper in the world on this project. Nigga, you should have had Uzi, Lil Pump, nigga, Lil nigga, Lil Chick Walk, Lil Sniff and Scratch. Nigga, I don't even know these Sniff and Scratch, Lil Sniff and Scratch. That's somebody's name, right? Lil Sniff and Scratch. Nigga, you should have had Lil Sniff and Scratch. Nigga, you should have had everybody on this goddamn album. You should have had all the niggas on the album, dog. That shit would have been lit. That's what I'm saying, bro. So what I'm saying is this, right? All of these little kids, you know what they saying? Man, nobody want to hear that shit. Nigga, if I want to do drugs, I want to do drugs. Hey. That's what these little kids say, man, if I want to do drugs, I want to do drugs. Nigga, I don't listen to you. You're not my father. So what you gotta do, you gotta find these little kids and you gotta find all of these little niggas and you gotta use them. Nigga, some of these little niggas would love to do a song with J. Cole. They only hate the nigga because he won't work with them. Nigga, I'm pretty sure right now, if J. Cole was like, yo, Lil Pump, I really fuck with your music, dog. Like, I don't really like what you're doing, but I fuck with your music, dog. I fuck with you. Dog, let's work. I'm pretty sure Lil Pump would come to the studio with J. Cole whenever. I'm pretty sure he would. A lot of these little mumble rap niggas, let me tell you what makes mumble rap niggas. Most of these mumble rap niggas are niggas that wasn't talented and they knew they couldn't get on because the other hip hop niggas felt they was too good and wouldn't work with niggas. That's what mumble rap is. You know what mumble rap reminds me of? Remember the movie 300, right? Remember the movie 300? And remember the little hunchback nigga that wasn't fully strong enough to be a Spartan? Remember that nigga? That nigga came up and he was like, look, Leonidas, I really want to work with the army. It's not my fault that I wasn't born with the full abilities. It's not my fault, but I'm from Sparta and I want to fight with the army. I'm sorry that I can't lift my shield up the block hard enough, but I could stab. Just let me fight with y'all, please. Nigga, these hip hop niggas would be like, I'm sorry, dog. I can't use you. I can't fuck with you. Sorry. Man, that shit hurt these niggas' hearts, dog. So you got to think, a less talented nigga go back in the room and go, well, man, you know what I'm saying? I reached out to my favorite rapper, man. He ain't even replied to me, man. Like, I'm not good enough. Fuck it, I'm not good enough. Yeah, I'm not good enough. Fuck, I'm not good enough. Yeah, I'm not good enough. Man, I went to my favorite fucking rapper. My favorite rapper said that he wanna be a trapper. Man, I'm not good enough, so he don't fuck with me. Then I told that nigga, he a bitch, I gotta shoot him with the chopper. I'm gonna catch a nigga with a slip. 21. Then I win it, fucker, win that fuck out for the bitch. 21. Then I don't wanna rap with them for the bitch. 21. Then before you know it, they go a mumble rapper. Right? Before you know it, there go a mumble rapper. A nigga who got turned down by somebody that he really looked up to. Right? Then before you know it, you got a mumble rapper. Then the mumble rapper, you know, people be like, yo, that nigga used to be whack, but he got a nice little jiggy song, you feel me? Nigga, I don't whack, but I know it. I'm so whack. 21. Right? So before you know it, you like, yo, niggas got a nice little song. He was weak, but I like that little weak song. You feel me? It's funny. Then before you know it, that funny song turned into 2,500 views. 2,500 views turned to 25,000 views. Then more people sharing their 25,000 views turn into 25 million views. Then before you know it, you got a lit mumble rapper. Then you got a nigga that already built his name. Then now these fucking, the same niggas that they turned down are now the same niggas they gotta fight. It's like the movie Incredibles. All Syndrome wanted to do was work with Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible was too Hollywood, felt he was a superstar, didn't work with Syndrome. Syndrome came up, got his own career, got his own island, and that fuel became the whole madness, dog. It's Syndrome. Right? So this is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these rappers would love to work with Cole. A lot of these mumble rap niggas. You heard what Migos said? When they asked Migos, who your favorite rapper? These niggas said Kendrick Lamar, nigga Jay-Z. These niggas said all hip-hop, Nas. Dog, you ask any of these mumble rap niggas, dog, who they favorite rapper, nigga, they gonna say, nigga, not mumble rapper. Nigga, my favorite rapper, nigga, Common. Nigga, motherfucking nigga, Talib Kweli. These niggas be telling you the truth because they really are hip hop. They just wasn't good enough to be with those niggas, and those niggas wouldn't let them in the game. So them niggas created their own world. Right? All these mumble rap niggas are niggas that wasn't fully good enough, so they just created their own world. That's it. Because the problem is, most of these top hip hop niggas, they don't want to help. They always feel like they better than everybody. They feel like they top niggas. They feel like they so lyrically God that they don't even want to help up and comers. Right? So what happens when you don't want to help a nigga that really worship you? That nigga gonna turn into your enemy. And that's what's happening with the game. So now we can't talk about the mumble rap niggas. We can't talk about none of these niggas that's doing the fuck shit because we created them. We created them. Right? We created all, well, not we, because I ain't been in there with y'all niggas. Y'all created them. But we created them. We created these mumble rap niggas. Us. We built the industry. What's good, Wade? Yo, Wayne, the video done, fool. I just got to get to the house and finish it up. Well, upload it, actually. But we created all of this, right? As a hip-hop community, we created it because we helped create this thing that niggas act like they too good to work with people. So we created this, right? We created all of this shit like, oh, that nigga too good. I'm too good to work with you, nigga. My prices and shit is too high to fuck with you. Like, oh, no. Like, you gotta think. Like, me, I'm different, dog. Do y'all niggas look? In my career, just in my rapping career, I've probably did over 7,000 to 8,000 features. That's an actual number. There's been days where I posted online, send me a song within the next hour and I jump on it for free. Dog, I get emails full, nigga, I just write verses. I'll spend the whole day writing verses, sending them back, sending them back, sending them back, sending them back. I'm always up early, Wayne. But yeah, so like, I don't know, dog. I look at it from that scenario, right? Like, you gotta think, like, you know, some of these mumble rap dudes, they not talented like that. They not good enough to be a Nas. You gotta think, right? In the early 90s, niggas was so good, dog, that people were fans. In the early 90s and in the early 2000s, niggas was good. Like, so you was like, nigga, I can't do that. I love to work with him, but he ain't even gonna fuck with me. I can't, that nigga mind work. I can't do that. So then what happened? We push all these niggas to the corner, then they build a regime. Now they lit. Now we gotta fight what we started. Now everybody want to point the finger. Don't point the finger. This shit wouldn't be happening if we would have guided somebody else the other way, right? That's what I'm saying. Like Jay, right? Like Jay, I fuck with Jay because Jay has told the world, hey man, I ain't gonna point the fingers at the kids. I ain't gonna point the fingers at the youth. I'm gonna fight the machine and tell y'all niggas, dog, this is what we need to be doing. As a whole, the thing is, right, with black people, especially black people in general, one thing you can't do is yell at black people. If you start yelling at black people, we automatically get defensive off the gate. Nigga, who the fuck you yelling at? I don't care if you right. Nigga, I don't care if you telling me the right thing. Nigga, who the fuck you yelling at? Nigga, you better calm that shit down. So the thing is, you can't yell at black people. You can't point the finger at them. We gonna automatically get defensive. That's why I like what Jay-Z did with 444. I give 444 a 10 out of 10. I gave Jay-Z 444 a 10 out of 10. Everything he said on there was shit that needed to be said. Damn, I blew millions on this. Imagine if I would have invested. Yada yada. Everything. Jay just made us think different. Jay had, nigga, after 444, I'm like, that's what the fuck we need, dog. That's what we need, to start telling the youth. Don't tell the youth they wrong. Don't tell them they doing something wrong. Just guide them on what they should do. Right? Tell them, y'all, don't buy a chain, dog. If you use that money to buy a jewelry store, you'd have multiple chains. And on top of that, the album itself is a sacred numerology. So 444 in itself that let me know where Jay-Z mind was at off the gate. Right? But he just telling kids, yo, look, I ain't telling y'all to stop flossing, but nigga, let's floss like white people, dog. Let's floss like these rich niggas, dog. Let's start buying buildings. Let's start buying jewelry. You know, you see all these black niggas like, yo, I got a jeweler. Nigga, how many black niggas say I got a jewelry shop? How many actual rappers could say, nigga, I create my own jewelry? Like, nigga, I got a jeweler in my house. Like an actual place where they fucking carve diamonds. Like, I got a place that turn rocks into diamonds in my house. Like, come on, dog. Right? So what I'm saying is this. We got to look at it from this perspective. We can't point the finger at the youth. We can't. Right? Paul Wall wouldn't watch my house, would have watched my house. You feel me? Paul Wall. I fuck with Paul Wall. Paul Wall actually eating. Paul Wall is actually extremely eating. Texas, baby. Paul Wall is eating. That nigga out there making grills for everybody. I fuck with Paul Wall. But you notice when Paul Wall got into making his own grills and his own business, and the rap career, get Paul Wall the fuck out of here. He trying to teach kids about starting their own business. Oh, no, nigga, erase that nigga. Soon as Paul Wall started making his own shit, nigga, they took that, get him off the radio, get him everywhere. No, we don't want these kids learning about how to make their own shit. We want them spending their money that we just paid them back with us. Right? But bigger than that, right? Like I said, I fuck with the KOD album. I think the KOD album is dope. I think it's extremely dope. I just think from a message standpoint, if you're going to be a leader, then we got to lead them a different way. Right? We got to lead them a different way, right? If we gon' lead them, right? We got to lead them a different way. Like, you know, I feel like when you at the top of the world like that and you at the top of the game like that, you know, you should drop an album and the first song should be, "Hi kids, let me talk to you." Right? To be honest, I would rather someone just talk for the first 3 minutes of the album. Listen to me, guys. I know this is a chance for me to speak to a large portion of the world, so I want y'all to really sit back and listen to what I have to tell y'all. I'm making this album because of this, because of that, yada, yada, yada. The music is coming. Just sit here and listen to what I got to say. I want y'all to all know that we need to do this. We need to stand up. We need to understand this. We need to meditate. We need to understand what we eating. What we eating has a lot to do with how we meditate, how we connect. We must focus our energy on all, like, dog. Right? I fuck with XXX though. I do. But what I'm saying is that's the type of shit we need from the legends. Right? We need that. Have y'all heard Nas' Nigger album? Huh? How many of y'all heard Nas' Nigga album? Dog, that album's so fucking crazy, dog. That's probably one of the craziest Nas projects I ever listened to. But notice it didn't get pumped like that because it's talking too much. It's too much. He talking about how society down to females, how language down to females, spells, spell casting, witchcraft, everything that's happening to it. You gotta go there. Cole, you gotta go there too. You gotta be willing to make sacrifice. You gotta be willing to say, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it all for my people, and I'm gonna tell them what they. You gotta think Cole already ain't winning no Grammys. The machine already don't fuck with Cole, or do it, right? So the machine, right? You gotta fight the machine, dog. We can't fight the kids. We can't fight. They only products of the program. We gotta fight the machine. Dog, put some of these niggas on this next project, dog. You gotta put some of these niggas on this next project, dog. If I ever see a J. Cole and Ab Soul track, I'm gonna lose my noodles. If I ever see a track that says J. Cole and Ab Soul, I'm gonna lose my shits, dog. I'm out. I'm losing it. If I ever see a J. Cole and Nas song, J. Cole, if I see a song that says, yeah, this song is J. Cole, Nas, Joey Badass, nigga, David Banner, nigga, I'm gonna lose my noodles. Dog, stop bragging about not doing features. Dog, you need to work with some of these niggas, bruh. It ain't good to just be like, nah, I don't do features, nigga, get off my dick. What? That's not good. Not good at all. Yo, we as a collective and conscious community, we need to start working together. See, that's the problem with the conscious community. You notice all these niggas conscious, but they never work together. You notice that? You notice that all of these niggas is conscious, but they never work together, dog. Never. I keep telling y'all this shit. You don't see Nas with David Banner. You don't see David Banner with Ab Soul. You don't see Ab Soul with motherfucking nigga Dizzy Wright. You don't see Dizzy Wright with Common. You don't see Common back. Dog, you don't see it. Why? Because everybody, nigga, I'm the nigga. I don't need nobody to help me. I'm that nigga. I run my own game. I don't need nobody to help me. I'm that nigga. Fuck all of that, dog. Fuck all of that. I'm that nigga and I went platinum and my album sold this many and I'm on the top. Man, fuck all of that, dog. If we all pressing the same message to wake the people up, then we most definitely need to fucking work together. If we all pressing the same message, then we all need to work together, dog. If we all pressing the same message, then we all need to fucking work together. All of us. So yes, it is not a good thing to say I don't have no features. That's not good. Nigga, we need features. We need our smart niggas all on one project. We need it. We need all of our niggas that's pressing the same agenda on one project. We need that. We need that. We need all of that, bro. I need Killer Mike on the project. I need David Banner. Dog, when I get to a musical standpoint, when I get to a musical plateau to where I have access to niggas like that, my nigga, my album is gonna be full of these niggas, dog. When I drop my first mainstream album, dog, these are the niggas that's gonna be on my project. Off the gate, I'm telling you who I'm gonna spend all my advance on. David Banner, King Los, Common, Nas, Dizzy Wright, Hobson, Ab Soul, Joey Badass, Killer Mike, I'm gonna put Brother Polite on there. I'm gonna put Dr. Umar on there. I'm gonna put Professor Griff on there. I'm gonna put Kevin Wisely on there. I'm gonna put everybody, my nigga. Hobson, I'm gonna put everybody. Every nigga that's talking some shit, I'm gonna put a few Hebrew Israelites on there. I'm gonna put some random Jehovah Witnesses on there. Dog, I'm gonna put everybody on the project that's talking some shit that we need to hear. Everybody. Put a Farrakhan. I have Farrakhan on my shit. I'm going to put everybody on there. Because everybody got a piece of something. Whether you believe it's good or not, everybody got a piece of something. And what I want, I'm going to put Lupe on there. What I want, right? What I want, right? What I want, right? I'm going to put all of these niggas on verses. And I'm going to put all the mumble rap niggas on the hooks. Right? So you got to think. Daylyt, just think about this as a song. Daylyt, I'm gonna put Kendrick on there too. So think about this as a song. Daylyt on the first verse, right? Ab-Soul on the second verse. Nas on the third verse. Nigga Lil Uzi on the hook. Farrakhan do the intro. Think about this as a track. Farrakhan do the intro. Then my verse come in. Then Lil Uzi on the hook. Then Ab-Soul come in. Then Lil Yachty on the hook again. And then nigga Nas come in on the third. Then motherfucking Lil Pump on the third hook. And then the song ends with some more motivational speeches by Brother Polite. Dog, if you got the money, you gotta play chess like this. If you got the money, this is how you should be playing chess with this shit, dog. And then, on top of that, guess who else I'm going to get on the project, right? Joe Rogan. I most definitely have Joe Rogan on my project. Like, this is what I'm saying, dog. Like, we got to pump this type of shit, dog. We got to pump this shit. And then, not only would I pump this shit, right? I literally do the last track, dog. I would dedicate, right? I would dedicate every last track of my album to 3 new artists. So I'll get a beat made by a top producer and I'll get 3 new artists to write verses to that book. I'll pick every album. I'll get 3 new artists just randomly from online, just randomly pick like a submission, 3 new artists, boom. And then I'll put them all 3 on the last track of every album. So niggas will know every year that I drop an album, or every time I drop an album, there'll be 3 new niggas that you should look for on the last song. That way we keep bringing a new wave of niggas that's thinking how we on, right? We keep building it. We keep building a new wave, a mental wave, keep building it. Right? Keep building it. This is like, I don't know if my mind just went somewhere else and I just see the world different, but if we gonna fix the problem, this is how we gotta do it, though. If we gonna fix the problem, then that's how we got to do it. We got to set it up like that. We got to fix the problem from that standpoint. Dog, the music is important. The music is important, dog. We got to put the right frequencies in the world. If you focus on negative energy, people are going to stay negative. You ever notice in the conscious community, right? Everybody's aggressive. Have you noticed that? Pitch, right? Pitch, vibration, frequency. Everybody's aggressive in the conscious community. You motherfuckers need to listen. You motherfuckers, you need to listen, you son of a bitch. Listen to what the fuck I gotta tell you. Everybody's aggressive. Dog, we gotta stop being aggressive. We gotta put happy vibrations in the world. This is why mumble rap niggas take over, because they put happy vibrations in the world. Nowadays I wanna say, all what they wanna say, it don't matter. Hey, nigga, these niggas putting happy ass vibrations and melodies in the songs, right? It's about being happy. So we gotta send a positive signal through the air. The signal has to be positive. Dog, keep people on the upper, not a downer. Upper, keep people on the upper, not a downer. We don't have to talk about fuck the police. We don't have to talk about none of that. We don't have to talk about fuck the police. We don't have to talk about white supremacy. We don't have to talk about drugs. We don't have to talk about none of that. All we need to talk about is how cell phones work. I keep pressing this agenda. We need to talk about how a cell phone works. This is something that people need to be trying to figure out. How do a goddamn cell phone work? How the fuck am I talking to y'all live right now? Look at it, looking like a man. Look at that. But how, right? How do a cell phone work? Can we explain this? How? These are the things that we need to be learning, dog. We need to be learning. There's so much other shit that we need to learn, right? It's a lot of shit that we need to learn. A lot. So that's my plan. So as a J. Cole fan, and as a person that respects J. Cole from numerous different standpoints, and I respect everything he does, I have to gracefully give the J. Cole album a 4. And that's just me being nice. All around, it's a 4. I believe it could have been a lot better. I heard some people say it was rushed. I heard some people say that it only took him 2 weeks to make it. I just believe the message could be a lot stronger. Now, not only that, some people said that this is like a setup album. I heard some people say this is a setup album for something else he's about to drop. Right? It's a setup album for something else he's about to drop. If it's a setup album, like an alley-oop album, then that's cool, right? It's a dope alley-oop. I'm waiting for something else if he's going to drop something else. But as a whole, meh. Right? You got to listen to it, right? From the first song to the last song, there's nothing you heard that you was like, oh, I didn't know that already. There's nothing you heard where you was like, oh, that was super crazy wordplay. There's nothing you heard where you was like, oh, the beat was crazy. Like there was like nothing from any perspective. And I was just like, yo, I like the message. I like what you're trying to do, but it's good. Okay. But that's just me, right? Because like I said, for me, I've grown to so much of a completely different level consciously that it's kind of hard for me to listen to the regular surface level things no more. This bitch listening to Boys to Men in Japanese. I swear people be like really just stealing our whole culture. This shit cold. The Chinese Boys to Men. But you know, like I said, you know, I'm not mad. I just think like you know what bag that I love J. Cole in? I love High for Hours, J. Cole. I love false gods. Like I love, you know, false prophets. I love stuff like that. Like that type of stuff. You feel me? That type of stuff is like, yo, that's Cole. He can't be stopped. He's invincible. Right? Like he can't be stopped. He's in his own bag. He's invincible. But what bothers me, and I just seen it happen 2 times. I seen Eminem do it and I seen J. Cole do it. And it was literally the most cringeworthy things I've seen coming from greats. Right? I hate when people downplay something but rap like the new era. Right? I feel that J. Cole should have had one song rapping in that cadence. Just one. Right? I think he should have had one song. One song rapping in that cadence. One song with the da 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 da. Just one. Right? But no, you have 4 or 5 of them on the album. That's not good. That's not good at all. It's not. No, don't do that. No, don't rap like them. Don't know. We want false prophet Cole. We want Cole that is the fucking. We want that. I'm telling you this. This album is a 4 at max, and it must be a setup for another album. If this is a setup for another album, then I completely respect that. But as this just being an actual solid Cole album, it's not. It like Cole has to be running a plan. This has to be an epic setup to have everybody like, oh, Cole dropped the okay album, and then he must be dropping nigga The God's Return or something after this. Like that shit probably gonna drop in like a week or something. He must be setting up for something. He has to be setting up for something bigger than all of this. He has to. Like literally, he has to be setting up for something bigger than all of it. He has to. That's the only thing that I can possibly think of that he's setting up for something bigger. Like that's the only thing coming to my mind. Right? I think Eminem did the same thing. Eminem got on his new project, and instead of being Eminem and being amazing lyrical Eminem, I heard Eminem trying to rap like the new niggas. Dog, no. No, listen to me. You can't make fun of mumble rap. If you rap like them, then you're promoting it. You can't make fun of it. You can't downplay it, but use the skill set. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You can't downplay it, but use the skill set of it. That doesn't work. And if you're going to downplay it, you do it for one song. You don't do it like 4 or 5 tracks. So like I said, as a whole, if this is a setup for another project, then I understand it. If it's not a setup for another project and this is just what it is, then the shit is a 4 at max. It's a 4. It's a complete 4. And I'm just being nice. It can be less than that. Now, to the average mind of people that just want to hear somebody talk about something positive, then of course they're going to say, oh, it's a 10. Right? Right? For the average people that just be like, oh, you feel me? To the average people that say, oh, he said the word conscious. He's smart. He's woke. Yo, those people are going to look at it as a 10. Oh my God, he said something other. He said something other than shoot people and kill people. He's smart. Those are the people that's going to give it a 10. But for us that understand how big the fight is and us that understand how big the war is, it's bigger than a lot. Like, it's like way bigger than, it's bigger than that. And that's why I gave it a 4, right? I gave it a 4 because I'm basing it off the tracks. And I think I liked 4 tracks on there, right? Everything else I could have went without. I actually like 3 tracks, but I'm going to give one more track like a semi-like, so I'll add that to the 4. But what I'm saying is this. We as leaders, I'm a leader in some form. I'm not as big as a leader as Cole, and I don't have a following as big as Cole. I might be known by just as many people as Cole, But from a music standpoint, I don't have a following from that standpoint. But what I can say is, look, if we gonna be leaders, we just got to put out an extremely positive message. And the message has to be, this is what we need to be learning, not what we need to stop doing. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just learn this in the process.